Right, so here we are in lovely sunny Fuerteventura. I'm joined here with Barry, aka Kid Galahad. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Last time I caught up with you, it had just been announced you was going to be fighting on the Chris Eubank Jr. Undercard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you won, but a replacement came in at the last minute. I mean, how disappointing is that? I mean, that's been the last couple of opponents as well. You must be sort of itching at the bit to fight someone lively now.
Yeah, you know, it was very disappointing, but I went in there, did what I had to do, and got the job done. Abiku pulled out, I think, maybe like 20 minutes before we were setting off to the venue. He said he had a stomachache or something like that, and what could you do? You know, it's just one of them things, you have to get on with it.
I mean, how do you actually get your head around there to think it's going to be off, then have just such short space of time to switch on, and what was a huge event on ITV?
You know, they say champion has to adapt to anything, you know, and that's what champions do. You know, he pulled out last minute. I had to go in there, make a few adjustments, and get the kid out of there.
Since we last saw you, you was fighting a bantamweight. You've now made it official. You've moved up to featherweight. And last time we saw you over here, you was actually sparring Lee Selby, who also had a bit of a nightmare going over to Vegas with the pull-out, of course, of Jonathan Barros, but now maybe a future opponent.
Yeah, you know, we could probably get that fight down the line, probably end of this year or something. We're going to see. He's, I think he wants a couple of big fights, he's saying. I think he's on about getting the Frampton fight in Ireland, but, you know, if that fight don't happen, we could always fight each other, because nobody wants to fight him, and I'm willing to fight him. So we'll have to wait and see.
And there's been a bit of banter between you and a certain Mr. Scott Quigg, another future opponent. You got a nice little nickname for him as well, apparently.
Squiggly. No, the thing with him is, you know, he's a complete joke. We don't like each other. I don't like him. He don't like me. He's a complete joke. He's embarrassment to the sport, you know. And I honestly, I don't really like him at all. And
he's changed trainer over the last day or two as well. I think he's gone over with Freddie Roach. Any opinions on that at all?
Listen, if Freddie Roach trained him, Manuel Stewart and Angelo Dundee, if they all trained him, they won't make him into a world champion again, because he's an absolute joke. You know, Freddie Roach is a great trainer. I think Joe Gallagher was a good trainer. You know, I thought Joe Gallagher actually brought him on. And I don't care who he gets trained by, you know, you can't, like they said, you can't change the leopard stripes, and I don't care, you know, he hasn't got it, and he'll never have it.
So, excuse me,
yeah.
Do you fancy your chances against all of these? I mean, Frampton, Santa Cruz, Lee Selby, and of course Scott Quigg as well. When do you see a potential fight with any one of those guys happening?
At the top, I'd say is Frampton and Frampton and Lee Selby, the top two, you know, British ones at the minute. You know, they're both former featherweight world champions. They've been fighting at a high level. I think people like me, Scott Quigg, there's another kid called Josh Warrington. You know, we're still coming through. You know, we want to fight them guys, and you know, if I personally think that we all should fight each other, and then the winner should fight either Frampton or Leo Frampton or Lee Selby, but I don't think any of them two would actually fight me. But I'm willing, you know, to go up there and fight either one of them.
Now, due to a sort of no fault of your own, you know, there has been the pull-outs with the last couple of opponents. Do you think, ideally, you need a bit of a tear-up against some like really lively opponent before you step in the ring with one of these guys?
You know, it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest with you. If they do get me a better opponent, then yeah. But you know, if not, I think when I get in there, I can make adjustments and adapt to whatever put in front of me and get the win.
And I've got to, you know, before we wrap it up, I've got to say as well, the after the interview on the ITV bill, standing there with Andre Ward and Lennox Lewis both singing your praises. I mean, did you have to sort of pinch yourself there? I mean, to get the sort of comments from legends like that.
You know, the praises are good, aren't they? But you know, you can't let things like that get to your head. It's just one of them things, you know. You're always learning this sport, no matter what you do, and you take it in, but you know, you don't really let it sink in too much.
And I've also got to say as well, I was reading a tweet by Jordan Gill about some shenanigans on the plane coming over. Apparently a stink bomb was let off 5 minutes into the flight. Is anyone going to take responsibility for this?
It wasn't me.
And we've got Adam Etches sitting over there as well. I've got to say, Adam, was it you?
No comment.
We will get to the bottom of the stink bomb mystery.
I plead the fifth. It wasn't me.
Will you, once you get back in the UK, will you tell us then?
No comment. We don't talk about things. What's happened.
What goes on in Lanzarote or on the airplane stays in Lanzarote.
Whatever happens out here stays out here. That's it.
Kid Galahad, Barry, always a pleasure catching up with you, mate.
Take care.